As a Christian, it's essential to critically evaluate the information we consume, especially from mainstream media sources. While media outlets can be valuable in keeping us informed about current events, there are several reasons why Christians should be cautious when trusting the mainstream media. One of the primary concerns is the blatant bias that often permeates news reporting. Many mainstream media outlets have a pronounced liberal or secular slant, which can lead to incomplete or inaccurate reporting on issues that matter to Christians. For instance, the mainstream media often downplays or ignores stories that highlight the persecution of Christians around the world. According to a report by the Pew Research Center, Christians are the most persecuted religious group globally, with millions facing discrimination, violence, and even death because of their faith. However, these stories rarely receive the attention they deserve from mainstream media outlets, which instead tend to focus on more sensational or secular topics. Another reason Christians should be wary of the mainstream media is the frequent dismissal or mocking of Christian values and principles. Mainstream media often portrays Christians as intolerant, bigoted, or out of touch with modern society. This not only perpetuates negative stereotypes but also contributes to a culture of hostility towards Christianity. The media's tendency to celebrate secularism and relativism while denigrating Christian morals and ethics can be particularly problematic for believers who seek to uphold their faith in an increasingly secular world. Furthermore, the mainstream media's lack of transparency and accountability can also be a concern for Christians. With the rise of fake news and propaganda, it's becoming increasingly difficult to discern fact from fiction in media reporting. Mainstream media outlets often fail to provide balanced perspectives, instead presenting a narrow, one-sided view of the issues. This can lead to misinformation and confusion, particularly on topics that are critical to Christian faith and practice. Additionally, the mainstream media's cozy relationship with powerful interest groups and politicians can also compromise their objectivity. Many media outlets receive funding or sponsorship from organizations that have a vested interest in shaping public opinion. This can result in biased reporting that promotes the agendas of these groups rather than providing fair and balanced coverage. For Christians, this can be particularly problematic when media outlets promote ideologies or policies that contradict biblical teachings or values. The mainstream media's influence on culture and society is also a concern for Christians. The media has a profound impact on shaping public opinion and cultural norms, often promoting values and lifestyles that are antithetical to Christian teachings. The glorification of sin, the promotion of hedonism, and the erosion of traditional family values are just a few examples of how the mainstream media can undermine Christian principles and morals. By presenting these values as normal or desirable, the media can contribute to a cultural landscape that is increasingly hostile to Christian beliefs and practices. In light of these concerns, it's essential for Christians to be discerning and critical in their consumption of mainstream media. This involves seeking out alternative sources of information, such as Christian media outlets or reputable online news sites, that provide more balanced and nuanced reporting. It also requires Christians to be engaged and active in promoting their values and principles in the public sphere, whether through social media, community involvement, or other forms of advocacy. By taking a proactive and informed approach to media consumption, Christians can navigate the complexities of the mainstream media landscape and stay true to their faith in an increasingly secular world. Ultimately, as Christians, we must be aware of the potential biases and influences of the mainstream media and strive to seek truth and wisdom from a biblical perspective.